Before this video begins, I want to give a shout out to the channel Parallel Pipes, who has been doing a few of these videos recently. It's not that he owns the rights to Iceberg charts, but his videos gave me this idea. Also, Sloth Power Emily got here first. I haven't seen her video, but she has done this exact video before, so if you have time, check her out too. Anyways, onto the video. The Dream SMP has been one of YouTube's most interesting unfolding narratives over the past year, and with so many little details spread throughout, theories can be deciphered, so much that even Game Theory has done a video on it. Today, I'm going to be doing an iceberg graph. If you don't know, an iceberg graph is a sort of chart that has more common things known about a chosen topic on top, and more obscure facts at the bottom. So today I'm going to do one that I found on the Dream SMP Reddit and try to explain everything the best I can. Without further ado, let's get on with it. So the first one we have is the Dream SMP is mostly scripted, which as far as I'm aware is actually false. Similar to professional wrestling, while outcomes might be planned in advance, a lot of day-to-day activities are improvised. Apart from the big events, many of the most iconic moments of the SMP are left up to streamers to improvise, but maybe semi-scripted is a better term for it. L'Manberg was a capsule of sorts of the SMP. Think of it as like the King's Landing, where all the most important political talks happen. I'm sure anyone watching this video already knows what it is, so I think we can move on quite quickly from this. But it's flip-flopped between democracy and dictatorship a handful of times, and as recently as January 6th was destroyed and dissolved. Tommy's discs are a plot device harnessed by Tommy in it to give him something to truly care about. He defends these discs with his life, and they clearly have sentimental value to him. If someone steals them, he often loses all sense of logic and reasoning, and has to blindly go after them, like the little child he is. But it's generally just a plot device for him to want something, or someone to have power over him. Dream SMP guests are simply people that have starred on the SMP for a session or two. So this includes KSI, Mr. Beast, Pokimane, Ninja, etc, etc. It was never meant to be is the terrifying line uttered by the Eret before he backstabbed L'Manberg in the Dream vs. L'Manberg war. I'll never forgive you, Eret. F*** you, Eret. So everyone on the SMP only has 3 canon lives. That way it remains interesting. If you die canonically 3 times, that's it, you're dead, unless they find a way to revive you, but it's a way of adding stakes to the drama and writing out characters as and when they need to. Speaking of which, Filza only has 1 canon life because he plays hardcore. If anyone doesn't know Filza, he's a streamer that once had a Minecraft survival game for 5 years. An incredible feat. Due to this, if Filza dies once canonically on the SMP, that's it, he dies. Although he doesn't get into petty squabbles of the SMP, so he should be fine for a while. Techno's chat is canon, so it seems as if everything typed in Techno's chat is said to be a voice inside Techno's head, therefore making everything said in his chat canon on the server, which must be the worst case of schizophrenia ever diagnosed. The SMP before Tommy is simply what it says on the tin. It's a nostalgic time before Tommy in it and his 13-year-old hands got on the server. Members lived in harmony, and only a few members of the Dream team and their friends were on the server. It was a prologue of sorts to the SMP. Not sure if this one's right, but Tubbo is adopted. I found some weird fanfic online that states that he's adopted. I think it's some sort of background for his character. However, one good thing about the fanfic is it proves to me that Tommy and Tubbo are 13, so stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Wilbur f***ed a fish. That is what it says on the tin. Wilbur canonically f***ed a fish. If you want to know about it yourself, be my guest and look it up. Techno's favour to Dream. So Dream helped Technoblade escape execution, and Techno owes Dream a favour that so far as of writing this hasn't been called in. There are many theories as to what Dream could want, and because Techno is one of the only players on the SMP that's known to have killed Dream, this is very advantageous to Dream's character. Tales from the Dream SMP is a canonical idea that everything that happens in Carl's Tales from the Dream SMP is, well, canon. Carl Jacobs from time to time will take control of the SMP for a session, and everyone will roleplay based on what prompt is given at that time. The Tales from the Dream SMP will occur every few weeks, and so far has added some lore, a Town of Salem style event, and a treasure hunt. The Crimson Egg arc is a strange plot that's occurring on the SMP. It seems to corrupt people that come into contact with it, changing their colour too, such as with Skeppy. It can be stopped by Obsidian, but nevertheless seems to be expanding and will likely be a major future plotline. For this one, sometime in the 70s, Filza allegedly got down and dirty with a Samsung fridge, and for that reason, Wilbur is a product of Filza and a Samsung fridge. So the L'Manberg vs Dream SMP war can be correlated with many of the events of the American Revolution, so much in fact that the people on the L'Manberg side dress in America's famous War of Independence Army uniform. Now, while the European side dress as Americans, I don't know, but the point still stands. After Tommy was exiled, he started bringing on a suicide arc. This arc was quickly dismissed by Wilbur, who said there was no reason to kill himself due to the fact that he was frequently being visited, but the 13-year-old kept on going on about it. Poor Ponk just wanted to have a lemon tree, but it's been burned down time and time and time again, and as of right now he's on his 6th lemon tree. In the Dream SMP, there's a storyline where Rambo has memory loss, and he can't recall events that happened very recently. Tubbo tried to fix it, but it didn't work. Some people think that it's because Dream repeatedly killed him when he first logged onto the SMP, but that theory has no backing. As of right now, we don't know why. JSchlatt isn't dead is a theory that JSchlatt will be revived from the dead. Schlatt himself has said that he's canonically dead, and Wilbur has previously mentioned that bringing characters back from the dead too much robs future deaths of emotional impact, as characters can easily be revived. So in other words, Schlatt is dead. Jack Manifold is back from the dead is something that Jack Manifold said himself. Dream, however, never listed Jack's death as canon on Twitter, so it appears that he still has 3 canon lives remaining. Now we're into the deepest part of the iceberg. Dream stands. So this is a very broad term, but I think it likely refers to the amount of very intense fans that Dream has. He made a video commenting on them, saying that he doesn't mind, but some people are downright obsessed with him. Although, to be fair, he's one of the fastest growing YouTubers on this planet, his quick rise would likely make a few people obsessed with him. Dream loves chaos and destruction. Chaos is a ladder. Dream on the SMP, and he uses it to harness a high position. Not only this, but it seems as if his character outright enjoys the pain and suffering he causes. Notably to Rambo, Quackity, and Tommy Innit. Bad Boy Halo has COVID is another one that is exactly what it says. In December 2020, Bad Boy Halo posted on Twitter saying that he has COVID. He's likely past it now, but spent Christmas this year with coronavirus. Now for the 2 most f***ed up things on the iceberg. I'm going to try and state this one with as little relevant visuals as possible. I won't be posting any of that stuff here, but it is Tommy Innit Rule 34 and Tommy X Dream fanfic. So as much as I joke about Tommy, the kid is 16. He also happens to be an actual person, and so making Rule 34 about him is plain weird. He himself has come out and said he doesn't like it.
I am not comfortable with that, and I do not endorse it. I just thought I'd have to say. I thought it would have been obvious because I'm a child.
And while I'm no lawyer, it's illegal, you know. As for the Dream fanfic, again, weird and illegal. Dream's in his 20s, and so what you're writing is even more weird. Again, both Tommy and Dream are real people, not characters, not fiction, and generally, you shouldn't make fanfics about real people, especially not these kind of fanfics. It goes without saying. If they don't like it, it's illegal, it's a lose-lose situation. F*** this. So there we have it. I did my best to include most of the entries, only omitting some boring ones or ones I've already touched on. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments what I should do next, because I'm only 2 videos in and I'm already out of ideas. Thank you for watching.